Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Let's talk about the four needs of the brain. Those four needs are really essentials because if you don't take care of them, it's going to be very hard for you to go through with your vision. Those four needs have nothing to do with your age, with your nationality, with your culture, with your race. We all have them. And we're going to talk a little bit of what happens in your brain, a little bit of neuroscience, but easy, 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 I promise. But it's important for you to understand that. So the first one is attachment. You need to know that you can rely on people. You need to know that you are loved. And that's ingrained within us because when you were born, your survival was depending on people who were taking care of you to love you. Otherwise, you could die. So it's really ingrained. So why is it important to understand that when you design your vision? If your vision is something that's going to make you feel lonely, that you're going to have to really won't be able either to see friends or your family or your support group because your project is so crazy that you know that nobody's going to follow through, that's a big risk for you to not go through with your vision, that you're going to start finding excuses not to do it. So it's important for you to recognize that when you're drawing your vision, that need is met. Who can you rely on while you're trying to go that way or that way? You have to identify that. So that's the first one. The second one is your need for control and orientation. Our brain needs to understand what's going on outside depending on what we believe and vice versa. What does it mean? If you believe that the world is gray, you have to see that outside everything is gray. If you believe it's gray but everything is very colorful, your brain enters in shock. And vice versa. If you believe that it should be a certain way and it's not, then it's not working either. And you're going to feel that you're not in control. You're going to feel that you're lost. So when you draw your vision, you have to make sure that what you want to achieve goes accordingly with what you believe, because same thing is going to happen. If it's not going accordingly, you're going to feel like you don't have really many options, and not having options is for a brain like a sign that you don't have control. When you have only one option, you feel that you have to, you're not feeling free, you're not feeling that you're in control. So make sure that when you design your vision, what you want to achieve is aligned with what you believe and with your definition of the world. That's the second one. The third one is the avoiding pain, running for pleasure principle. Basic, right? You usually go toward what you like and you avoid what you don't like. Same thing. When you design your vision, obviously you have to go out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, no challenge, no change. But it has to be something that you can handle. If it's too much pain for you, same thing. You're going to find excuses not to go through with your vision. No, it's too much. It's that you have to have a balance between pleasure and pain. It has to cost you because, as I told you, no challenge, no pain. But the challenge has to be bearable for you. If for you that challenge is unbearable, if your brain goes like, that's too much, same thing. You're going to forget it. You're going to find excuses and find something else. And the fourth one is your self esteem. That's a whole subject in itself, the self esteem. But it's important that the vision that you are drawing makes you feel good and makes you feel that you can achieve it. If it's too overwhelming, if you start thinking that you're not good enough, that you're never going to make it, same thing, you're going to avoid it. Why? Because your brain is going to protect you. The brain doesn't want you to feel with a low self esteem every time. So if achieving something makes you feel just like you're not at the level, you can't make it, the brain's going to find perfect ways for you not to achieve it. So remember that when you are designing your vision, your sense of attachment, your sense of control and orientation, your pain avoidance and pleasure principle, and your self-esteem are all four met while you design your vision. Wish you a good day. Ciao.